learned this past year is that we miss traveling. We also realized how much we need those vacations. With vaccines rolling out, many are looking for ways to make up those lost getaways, right? Here with some ideas of where we can go for revenge travel is travel expert and editor of Travel and Lifestyle, Jennifer Weatherhead Harrington. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm a revenge traveler. I already have a trip booked. So what exactly is this? Explain it a little bit more.
Yeah, so revenge travel is kind of this idea that the travel industry came up with the idea that we have been cooped up for so long that we cannot wait to get out there and explore and see things, kind of like we're taking revenge on COVID a little bit, and we're saying, hey, you didn't let us travel last year, so we're planning some really big trips for the future. You know, that could be summer trips into fall, but even talking about trips into 2022, 2023, people are going all out and they're splurging and spending, and they really want to have that experience of a lifetime.
So what kinds of trips are we talking about here? Mine is still within the United States, but many of these go beyond.
Yeah, so I would say if you're planning something relatively soon within the United States, domestically is your best bet. You know, that's kind of the safe way to go. But if you're looking to do something bigger and planning out farther in the future, say into next year, people are booking 3 to 4 week-long safaris. So that kind of bucket list, really experiential trip. Another thing people are doing is actually booking cruise lines, but long cruise trip experiences. So we're talking about 60 to 70 day long cruises. When that comes back again, that's into 2022, 2023. And then other things people are doing are big family reunions. They're looking to get together with loved ones that maybe they haven't been with for quite some time. Anything that has an experience, things that are outside, private islands, private jets. You know, people are looking to really go all out and just spend the big bucks because they haven't been able to do that for a while.
As far as any hot spots you're hearing of where people really want to go?
So there are definitely a lot of hot spots. Things still aren't quite open up to Americans just yet. While Americans are getting a ton of great vaccine rollout and everything, it's not the same everywhere else in the world. So you still want to double check depending on when you want to go. But some places that are accepting Americans right now, Costa Rica, they don't require a negative test, but you do need medical insurance, and you do also need to sign up for their health pass. So that's kind of a questionnaire so you can get in and out of the country. Keep in mind when you do come back from the U.S., and this will probably be or come back from another country into the U.S., and this will probably be for a little while, you do still need to have a negative test done 3 days prior to re-entering the U.S., whether you have the vaccine or not. Another great spot is Belize. They're also just looking for proof of vaccination, and then you don't have to worry about doing a test. Mexico's another spot. When we're talking about really far-flung places, people are looking at Bora Bora, Fiji, the Maldives, you know, kind of those real dream destination spots.
So obviously travel rules in place, and obviously many of us too have to keep in mind what our employer is requiring too.
Exactly. So again, just because we are kind of seeing travel come back a little bit, one thing this last year has taught us is that we really need to make sure that we're on top of everything. So you need to double check every kind of restriction that you need to do in terms of masking, mandates, different types of quarantines that you may need to do depending on what destination you are going to, and same with when you come back to the United States. So that could be depending on what state you're coming back to, but also depending on your employer. If you have kids in school, a lot of kids won't be vaccinated for a little while yet. So you still want to make sure that you're protecting everyone else and you're still traveling in a safe manner.
So obviously you're a travel expert, so we want to push people to you. What kinds of things do you have on your website or information you can provide people?
So I have a lot of updated information on where you can go and when. I also have a pandemic travel checklist, sort of an updated version of things that you maybe haven't thought of in terms of what you need to pack for your toiletries, all the new rules, different ways that you can get refunds if you are looking to get a refund. So I definitely have a lot of those tips. That's kind of my thing. I love making travel a little bit easier for people, so check that out.
So basically read a lot of that small print, right?
Exactly. You don't want to be stuck. And you want to make sure you also have a backup plan, I would say, just in case something happens and your trip needs to be rescheduled or canceled. Have a backup plan so you're not too disappointed and you still have a great vacation to look forward to.
Love that. All right. Thank you so much for all the awesome information. Make sure to follow her on Instagram and on the web. Thanks for your time.